Hey everyone, Agnach here. Welcome to another video. In today's video I'm bringing you the strongest and easiest strategy I have found since the winter update dropped. And this strategy is for those like me who can't Lalo at all. Lalo with Blizzard is definitely one of the strongest attack strategies at the moment. However, with this grand attack I have been 3-starring non-stop in friendly challenges and also in Legends League. The army uses 8 super giants, 8 super wizards, 5 healers, 3 witches. The spells, we have 2 rages, a jump, a freeze, a poison, and also 3 invisibility spells, which is for the Blizzard, which you're gonna be bringing in your CC. This was my first day in Legends with this army and got 5 triples, and I was still testing the army, so I'm sure I can do a little bit better with it. So let me show you the first attack. So this is the first attack. This is the sort of base that this army is really good with, where the tank hole is just on the outside, where you can use the blimp with the super wizards to snipe the tank hole off. And also I love it with those meta bases where they put the clan castle next to the tank hole, because then that way with the Blizzard you can also get rid of the entire CC as well. So lots of value there from the Blizzard. And then I start with a queen walk and I let her go wherever she wants to go. I put the warden behind her, and then if she picks to the right, then I put the king at 3 o'clock. If she had picked to the left, then I put the king at 9 o'clock, just to create that bit of a funnel with the 3 witches behind the king. And then I send the super giants and the super wizards in between both of the heroes and going into the base. I use the jump just to make sure that most of my army goes inside the base. Now the super giants go through walls like it was butter. So you basically just want them to go in really quickly, which is why I put the jump nice and early. And then once they're inside the base, they're just gonna be breaking through the walls nice and easy. The Royal Champion, you can just use her in the back end wherever you feel like she is needed, and usually she survives the whole raid. With this army, whenever I'm doing it on friendly challenges, I usually finish with the Queen ability intact and the Royal Champion ability intact, so it's a very strong army. Here we've got another Legend League base. Now one of the things for the Blizzard that can stall it is that tornado trap. It will stall your super wizard, so probably you're gonna be using all 3 invisibility spells and not get much value like in this occasion. I basically only got the tank hole. I wanted to get a little bit more, probably one of the scatters, but that's alright. I start with my queen and my warden, let her walk wherever she wants to go. So she goes to the left, so I put my king on the other side with the witches just to create a bit of a funnel. I put the jump spell there, even though it's open and whatever, it pushes my super giants in towards the base where I want them to go, and go towards the scatter shots and the expos, which is where the main damage for this base is. And then everything else can just start walking around the base nice and easy. I have a freeze for my Royal Champion there for the single Inferno. Usually for that freeze I will use it for the Royal Champ, but sometimes you might have a sweeper that is going to be pushing your blimp back or something else that you want to use the freeze. So you can use it whenever you want to, but I usually use it for the Royal Champ for the back end, just in case there's any single Infernos there, so that she can survive a little bit longer. And this base was also nicely tripled. Now let's say ring bases. What are we gonna do? This one is a bit of a weird base, but still it's the same concept. So I send the blimp. Obviously the blimp is not gonna be able to get the tank hole, but I wanted to get that scatter shot. Now my blimp didn't make it to where I wanted it to go. I wanted it to land just left of that expo, so that scatter shot is not gonna go down. So now I have to think, okay, well, the other good thing about the Blizzard on ring bases is it also creates pathing for your queen. So I started my queen and my warden. I sent a super wizard there just to help her with the enemy king, and now that I've seen that she's walking to the right, I put my king and my witches to funnel the right hand side, and I start sending my giants with the super wizards. Now all the walls are open, however the jump will allow my main army to go where I want them to go, which is to the center of the base. The CC comes out, I put the potion down for the super minions, and I also use freeze for the tank hole, the scatter and the super minions. Tank hole goes down, the healers are on my super giants and super wizards, and they get rid of one of the Infernos. The queen gets rid of the other one, and I just pretty much clean up. The RC is still alive, uses her ability, Now there's only a cannon, a mortar, and an archer tower left, and this base was crushed as well. I've got a couple of ring bases, so let me just show you another one. Well, this one is not a ring base, but it's also kind of a Legend League base. So I sent the blimp. Probably I could have sent it on top of the warden. I decided to send it in an angle. Why? I'm not sure. That's just the way that my brain works. And the tank hull goes down. I use the invisibility spell once again. Now the other thing is that you mainly want to get the tank hull, like when the tank hull is outside with your blizzard. If you get it down with your invisibility spells, you don't have to waste the third invisibility spell if you're not gonna get much value. Like over there, probably I could have saved that third invisibility spell and then you can just use it within the base. But I don't know, sometimes I like wasting spells, so that's where I'm coming in. The 80 is hitting my healer, so hopefully they get rid of that pretty quickly. Put my jump down in the center of the base just to make sure that some of the super giants go inside and go towards the eagle. They're also tanking the defending queen. My queen is on the right hand side, the super giants and wizards in the middle, and then we've got the royal champion with a few witches on the left hand side. So pretty much 3 different armies going through the base and destroying it all. The Multi-Inferno is still alive, however, once I use my Royal Champ ability here, she's gonna go back for the Multi-Inferno and she's gonna get rid of it. One of the things I can suggest, definitely get your Royal Champion to level 25. I can't believe the difference between 24 and 25. She can pretty much go and get rid of a single Inferno without the need of a freeze. Like I thought that was pretty OP. Obviously she will die, but she will get the single Inferno down. She's a little bit more tanky, that's for sure. So level 25 Royal Champ, definitely a must. Okay, so over here on this base, again it's a Legends League base, and the tank hull goes down with the blimp, and also I was able to get rid of 1 expo and 1 scatter shot. And then I start my queen and she's walking to the right. So what are we gonna do? We need to put the king and the witches on the other side to funnel my main armies, and super giants behind, and then put the super wizards behind the super giants. I freeze a single Inferno since he was targeting my queen, but she ended up using ability, so I was a little bit late on that. Put the jump there just to make sure that the super giants that walked can go back inside the base, but only maybe, well, they all took it, but they all took it back out. So probably I swagged that jump. Now the single Inferno, the queen can't reach it, so that's nice for me. The king is still alive, the royal champion is still alive, full health with her ability. We still have the poison since our super wizards got rid of the CC. Use the royal champ ability that damages the scatter a little bit. So now we've got all the super giants, the 3 witches, a few super wizards left, and they're all just gonna be smashing this area. Look at those super wizards, they're just so strong. Like, usually they will all die within the first 30 seconds of the raid, but if they stay alive, they're very good for cleanup. Now we've got another base as well here, so obviously I can't get all the way to the tank hull, so I'm just gonna drop it there. I want to get that scatter and also the eagle, which is really good value for the blizzard. So now got the scatter, got the eagle. Now they're just creating a bit of pathing. Put my queen at 9. She's gonna be getting rid of the lava, which is only a quarter health. Put the poison down, the warden there as well to assist, and obviously we know that she's gonna be walking right, so I put my king at 6 with the witches and the super giant super wizard. So as you can see, I always do exactly the same thing over and over again. On this one, the king manages to break through the first wall, so then I put a jump in the middle wall so that they all go into the center of the base. Use the warden ability. Now another thing that you can do, maybe you can change like a super giant or a couple of super giants and bring wall breakers, and that way at least the first layer of wall, it can be broken with the wall breakers, and then you can have that jump for the middle of the base. That will be a nice little change, but it's really up to you. For me, I really didn't have to. That first jump is more than enough, and as I said before, the super giants just smash through the wall, so then I don't really need to have a jump in the center of the base. Here we've got another ring base. So I used the blimp for pathing again. I'm not expecting it to get to the tank hole, but I want to get that scatter shot, so I put the poison down as well. Probably sometimes you can put the poison down and sometimes not. Obviously, if your super wizards are invisible and you put the poison down, then the super minions will try flying away from the poison, so then probably you can waste it. However, one of the things that I've seen, if you see headhunters coming out of the CC and you're sending the blimp and they're gonna go and target your blimp, they will slow it down so much. So if you put the poison down on the headhunters as they're coming to your blimp, then that will allow your blimp to get to where you want it to go, because it will slow down the headhunters, which therefore won't be able to hit your blimp. But it's just up to you whether you want to do that or not. You don't really have to. It's just something that I've noticed. So now they're all going around the base. I did use the royal champ for the tank hole, so that's another thing that you can do with a royal champ. If you see the tank hole hasn't gone down, then you can just use it for the tank hole. Now we've got this base as well. And we're gonna send the blimp directly to the tank hole again, put the rage down, put the first invisibility spell. Now some people put an invisibility spell, then put the rage down. I really don't know if there's any difference in how you set your spells there. I actually prefer to have the rage and invisibility spell. I found that the rage will last for the entire duration of my 3 invisibility spells, so I don't see why not put it in there first, and it's a few less things that I have to do. As I said before here as well, the giants will go through the wall nice and quickly. The queen ends up going into the lane. I used the warning ability a little bit late. I wanted to save the queen ability, and I clicked the warning ability, but then she went on to water ability, so pretty much I swapped her ability. But everything goes inside, put the jump there. Now they're going to be beating through walls in the center of the base, the super giants, which just went inside as well. But now we've got the royal champ on the outside, just trimming some of the outside defenses, and we've got the queen, the warden, and the super giants tanking for them in the center of the base. And as you can see, all of the super wizards are dead, but it doesn't really matter. You really just want them for that initial push, and then once they're inside the base, super giants tank for your heroes, and the heroes just destroy the entire base. Well, that's it for me. I will be pushing the last week of Legends this season with this army, and I'll keep you updated how I go. If you liked the video, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time with more Clash. See ya.